Hello, everyone, and yet another episode of a Myriad of Chains with the fantastic Pandu, Decentricity, and the fantastic Alexander Lowe at Xander Lowe on Telegram. Go spam him. So, as usual, we're gonna go through our imported posts on Myriad, talk about something, and we're gonna segue. How do you say that? Are we gonna sing or segue? You're gonna segue into something, and we're gonna end up with something completely unrelated, and it's gonna be fun. Let's start.
Yep. Actually, Danny, this is a very special episode because it's not just Myriad.Social, it's Myriad Town.
Oh, Myriad Town.
Have you guys heard of Myriad Town? Have you heard of the message of Myriad Town?
Please enlighten us.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah.
Zoom.
I can see the cutesy avatar with the cutie dress.
Yeah, a little custom dress. Walking around. Hey everybody.
So, Pandu, I'm gonna pretend I'm not an advisor on the project, and Alex is gonna pretend he's not helping with the project as well.
All right.
And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, this looks absolutely cute. What is it? You have to tell us more.
It's super cute, right? So this is a casual 2D metaverse built by Myriad together with Reality Chain. And within this little metaverse, it's currently on testnet. See, decentricity.testnet. But within this metaverse, everything is an NFT. The furniture NFTs can be NFTs. The clothes can be NFTs. In fact, the avatars, the body parts can be NFTs as well. There are some base body parts, basically, just so you don't end up being Invisible Man. But the base body parts can have additional NFTs. Oh, NFT still loading. Okay, my favorite head, the Indra head, and multiple other things. This is the dress I'm wearing is also an NFT. All of these are NFTs.
With the little dress, it looks like a really weird kink. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. You don't know Wasi lore. Wasis are its. Their pronouns are it or they.
It or they. Okay.
So it's not a she. It's not a he. All right. Okay. So just be woke or just be Wasi woke. All right.
Oh, Wasi woke. Okay, yep. I'm gonna be Wasi woke.
Yep.
Very Wasi woke. WWW.
Okay. And so this is something that you can customize. So you can also buy land. Obviously, there's a land next door owned by Feral. This is owned by me, so I can edit it. When I edit it, by the way, as you can see, this thing looks like it has mobile controls. That's because it actually has mobile capability, so you can actually edit stuff here, add walls, for example, like a simplified version of Minecraft, furniture again can be also NFTs. I don't have any NFT furniture right now because I think these are the base NFTs that came with the engine, but there can be additional NFTs that are put in. Looks kind of weird. That's floating. Okay. And and this is something that we're going to be launching next month, really soon.
This is absolutely fantastic, Pandu.
Yeah.
So what else can we do with? Oh look.
Hi Danny. Hello. Hello.
Oh my God! Like I see you with your pee face.
It's not a pepe. It's a Wasi. But yeah, I guess it is based on Pepe's, but I'm gonna change into something else. Hello.
Okay. Well, while you change, I'm gonna have a nap. Oh wait, you can't interact with this bed yet.
Yeah, I'm a bird.
I'm just gonna sit there. And...
I'm a bird. I'm a sitting bird. Of course, you can also always interact. Hey, say something, man. Something.
Okay. But basically, like some people don't know that. I think a lot of people don't know that, but you have a long history with metaverse. It's a long time, love story, right?
Yep.
Which started when actually.
Oh, it started a while ago.
The McDonald cap. The
Uh,
McDonald cap is fantastic.
what? Oh, this is Inverse Bra. This is Inverse Bra.
Yeah, I never noticed the McDonald's logo. I don't
You,
know
you
why.
didn't you never noticed it on his profile. This is taken directly from the profile pic. So the cool thing about the engine, reality chain engine that's used by Myriad, is you can import from images, and you can actually import images from like Twitter. Like, so let's go to Alex. Oh, Alex, I'm so sorry, man, but like copy image address.
Oh no.
Dude,
I'm gonna import this. This is gonna be
you
chain.
look. You look. I'm sorry, right? And there is no.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm sorry,
You
man.
look. You look straight out of a Stephen Chow movie. With
I know.
this, this is awesome.
That
and
was
this
the
is
idea.
that. And this
Oh
is
well.
there's Alex right there. All
Okay,
right, Alex. So we can
Pandu,
remove the
remind
thread.
me to never
Yeah.
play soccer with Alex. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay. We edit. It's live. All other avatars would be able to see that we have an Alex here, right here on the wall. Just imported from Twitter. See,
This is great. This is
Myriad.
this is very fun, and I guess you can do a lot of tomfoolery with that, with transparency and with
Yes.
whatever, right?
Yes, sir. A lot of
Yeah.
the transparent GIFs also work here. Animated GIFs are a bit different. You need to make them an NFT first, but
Mm,
it's still possible to have video animated.
cool. So basically, if I want to make shelves, right, I just have to get the perspective right and draw pictures of shelves with stuff on it, and I'm
Sure.
gonna have shelves in. Yeah, that's
Sure.
pretty awesome. That's pretty
I
awesome.
have shelves, I think. I forgot where I put my other I forgot where I put my other land. But of course I think I can do this. Ah, which one was it? Oh no. I have too many. I should probably give some away. I have too many. No, nope.
Well, tweet something
Ah, here you
funny
go.
with the hashtag a myriad of chain, and Pandu is gonna give you land.
Yeah, I'm gonna give everyone land. Oh, that's not land. This is that's not land, guys.
Oops.
So bookshelf, and transparent gifts.
Yeah,
Bookshelf.
yeah. Transparent.
Right.
Yeah, transparency. Yeah.
So you can be very creative with this, and of course it's 2D for a reason. We want this to load on every device on mobile as well. I actually came from the 3D metaverse part of the world, and I've seen the weaknesses of 3D metaverses. So sort of like I was a constant fixture in Second Life. A lot of people knew me in Second Life, especially the people who were in the Asian time zone.
All right.
And that was what 11 years ago now, over a decade ago, a long time ago. I had LAN. I had a museum. People visited my museum. I had a burgeoning sort of like little cottage industry of like selling little things as well, trinkets. But then Second Life decided that I can't be allowed to keep my land anymore. Well, it's also my fault. I didn't pay some subscription fees. I basically forgot to update my credit card with them, and they just decided to not return my land to me, even after I paid. So anyway, so that's sort of like got me like I invested a lot of actual real world money into Second Life.
Well,
Renting the land.
that's another super good case for digital sovereignty of users, right?
Yes, that's actually why I was so interested in how the metaverse is recreated, or I guess decentralized by these technologies, especially NFTs. So I basically came into
So
CryptoVoxels. This is
there's
CryptoVoxels, by the way.
okay, that's CryptoVoxel. So there is a lot of people who don't know about Second Life. Can you show us like a couple of screenshots or something? Like,
Sure.
because like we've talked about this like offline quite a lot, and the aspect I like is it is kind of decentralized already, right? I
Kind of
mean,
decentralized. Yeah. This
yeah.
is my museum, by the way. It still exists.
Mm.
It actually still exists now. Like you can search for Pico Vista Museum of Computing. and all of the stuff are still there. Only problem is I don't own it anymore.
Oh, I see
And I'm
you have a
super sad.
MOSFET. You
What's
actually
that?
have a MOSFET on the wall. If you know what a MOSFET is.
Where?
You
Where?
turn to your left and to your back.
Okay. Wait, this is a video, man. I'm
Oh
not
yeah, yeah.
pressing any
Yeah. So you
button.
just rewind back to like
Okay.
probably 10 seconds at the very beginning as you're walking in. You
Yeah.
had a room with all the servers.
Yes. My IBM
Your
servers.
blade, yes, the blades. Okay, then you will turn left for a while. Then you'll see there. See that is the architecture of a CPU, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. CPU
Oh,
architecture.
okay,
So
interesting.
this is my museum of computing. So I used to
Mm,
work for IBM, right? So Second Life was actually really advanced. You can create objects really easily, and you can have in-world web browsers, which
mm,
honestly none of the current metaverses have. So in-world web browsers means that you can basically connect to systems, right? Because it's the web
Mm.
browser. So this might look like it's just an image. It's not an image. It actually controls actual servers.
Okay.
So at
mm.
one point, I was able to like control a whole data center within Second Life. Actually, wait. Let me actually just open that. That's under my
So you
like
could
like
virtually control a
yes
physical server from a virtual
yes
server.
yes 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 yes. See,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
That idea works actually. It's not bad.
that's that's actually from 2012, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I started doing it in 2012. See, IBM Smart Cloud. That's me. That's me. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the that actually logs in, and you can see all of the servers that the data center is running. See that? This is real. This is not animation or anything. Like this is
Why
actual.
are you throwing? I don't know what you're throwing at the
Oh,
screen, but why are you throwing something at the
that's
screen?
the in Second Life. That's like the cursor. Like there, you
Ah,
need to have a 3D cursor, right? So the 3D cursor needs to be something that like you don't want to confuse your cursor with someone else's.
okay.
So your
Mm,
cursor is something that shoots out of your hand, like
Okay,
like
okay.
clouds.
interesting.
Like
Isn't this
clouds.
cool?
We're
And
we're gonna call it
and
clouds.
yeah, a lot of the current metaverses don't realize that this already exists. A lot of the people currently, a lot of the, I guess, the newbies. I'm sorry to call you
Mm,
guys that, but like the
well, that's
newbie,
fine.
they're not. They didn't realize that these existed. Like these technologies were common actually back then. This connects to Oculus, even the early Oculus. I used to have a VR server office running on a server I host myself, and this is, by the way, this is not Second Life. This part is OpenSim. Open Simulator is like the engine of Second Life, but made open source. It's still open source now. I don't think it's updated that much,
Mm.
but that open source engine, you can host on your own. It's self-hosted, so you can host your own metaverse. I can still do that. Like I still have the code.
Yeah,
It's just
only it's written in VB, right?
that it's written in .NET.
Oh, in .NET. Okay,
Yeah, it's not VB. It's
it's
not
not
that
VB.
bad, but like it's .NET.
Hey, VB is good. I learned VB when I was when I was
Yeah.
younger.
I think .NET has more issues because of the frameworks being on Windows mostly, but
Mm,
these days you can run anything on anything most times
yeah.
Mm.
with the state of the way. But no one uses .NET. I mean, well, some people do, but
So
it's so corporate, right? Like it's so
it
so
runs Doom, right?
you can
Yes.
run if you can run something on a browser. Yeah, like there
Yeah,
are several emulators that actually run on JavaScript, like the like
yeah,
DOS.js
yeah.
that runs on JavaScript. You can actually run it within Second Life because it has a browser. This is a built-in browser.
So
I
I
the
wonder, does any of you know whether like there is a browser version of Minecraft?
Yes, I think
Yeah,
I don't know actually. Yeah, I
because
think
No.
Minecraft runs Doom, right? So if you could actually run Minecraft in this browser
yeah
and then run Doom from
yeah on
Minecraft.
top
You
of
know, did you see the part where they ran Doom in Doom? They ran an instance of Doom inside Doom itself.
I did no way.
That's new. I think it was last month or 2 weeks ago. Someone
Oh,
did it.
I gotta show you. Like I just actually bought an emulator, like handheld emulator that runs Linux. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys later.
Oh, nice.
Outside of this podcast, not related, but
Okay.
yeah. So we're trying to sort of like emulate the same thing that Second Life used to do. The extreme customization ability. Like right now, it's still like just items, but like it's going to be including that in-world web browser if we can pull it off. And we want to basically also make it 3D. This is Danny, by the way,
Hi.
and
It's got like
you can already
it-
edit here. You can already have like, yeah, of course this is not finished, so a lot of
yeah.
things are not there yet, but like you can edit, you can put in stuff already, you can the windows.
And these it has floors, right? You can have a second floor or something like that, right?
Yeah,
On this one.
you can have a second floor. Like the 2D one, we didn't have a second floor for reasons.
Well, yeah, no, it's pretty difficult to implement if you want to make it massively online.
Yeah.
But like the avatar, can you show the face of the avatar? I want to check whether it really looks like me.
Missing the beard lah. Sorry, it's missing your trademark mustache
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's got
and
my
the goatee.
perpetually pissed expression. That's yeah.
kind of looks like it. But yeah, so this is sort of the prototype of what we're going to have. This is going to be also very fully mobile friendly. So you'd be able to use a mobile device to access this as well. So yeah, Myriad Town might implement this as well. What we're now focusing on is of course the 2D version though. The 2D version I think is already super cool. This actually is insane in terms of its concurrency. You can have 1,000 concurrent users without crashing.
That's pretty good.
So scalability is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. From the crypto metaverse perspective, a lot of the current metaverse ideas draw from this platform, which is CryptoVoxels, right? Of course,
Yeah.
I'm just a denizen of CryptoVoxels. I'm just one of the citizens. It's actually quite a nice place to just walk around. The cool thing about having a metaverse, like being in a metaverse, is the fact that when you're walking around, you discover new things. And you might discover new NFTs. You might discover new tokens. You might discover a cute little museum. There's one here that I really like. It's called the fake Bitcoin museum.
Ah, yeah, this thing.
Yeah. Museum. Nope. Fake Bitcoin. It's really funny. Like, oh, nope. Oh, I got kicked out because I didn't have his NFT. Oh, it's Wizard X. He's a friend of mine. Okay. Bitcoin.
So for those who don't know, there is this thing like NFT gating, right?
NFT gating.
The name is. So if you
well,
you can only enter some parcels if you have a specific NFT in your wallet.
Yeah. So some parcels implement this on CryptoVoxels. It also we're also going to implement that on Reality Chain. But yeah, this is the Bitcoin fake museum. It's waited to load. Sumerian original blockchain, 3000 BC. The first blockchain ever, guys. See that? That's the first one. Then there's the Egyptian mining rigs. This is 2612 BC. And then Satoshi Nakamoto was a Japanese empress. White paper in at Halloween, 708 AD. And, he or she was inspired. I had a dream where little people from space came to me with a magic formula. When I woke up, I had to write it all down.
You know how you say Halloween in Japanese, right?
Halloween.
Turi koro turitu.
Say it again.
Turitu. It's bad. Turi koro turitu.
Turi koro turito. Turitu.
Turi koro turitu.
Explain.
Doesn't sound right.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Oh God damn it! God
Oro.
damn it!
Tingay
That
tete.
you totally massacred that word.
Oh no, no.
I know it's
Oh,
bad, right?
oh my God.
Yeah. Let's not get distracted from the first Cortex mining device in 1932 AD.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, mine Bitcoin while you sleep. Brain hash worldwide, very famous. Then of course the Barbies were created by Ripple for some reason. And then there's
Why?
the Antifa, which is anti-fundamental analysis.
Okay.
So let's go up. There's a few things up there too. Bitcoin fortune teller. Is it up, down, or sideways?
It's always sideways.
Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. Oh, okay. So yep,
Jeez, man.
yep. Our Lord and Savior Satoshi Nakamoto. Say bye bye. So yeah, I mean, this has always been sort of like metaverse culture. And the cool thing about crypto voxels is that culture is basically memes, but like made into 2D, 3D representations of these memes, right? And I guess crypto has always been very meme heavy. With a 2D metaverse, we're hoping to basically bring those memes into the world, into this world, and have people create memes using tools that they already have, and bring them in world, and create like little museums like that, but only in 2D, and cute little 2D. And of course, the 3D version is going to also allow people to who want to have like immersion to also like scratch that itch while also being part of the wider crypto community. Yeah, that's sort of like the
Yeah.
why Myriad Town exists, and why there's 3D version, and the 2D version is the one that we're releasing first.
Before everything turned to shit on the internet, like pre 2012, I'm gonna say, like I discovered at some point stuff like Fark.com, FARK, yeah, which was an offshoot of something awful. And I discovered stuff like I can have cheeseburgers, like the first website, like the free funny one, pre 2015 crack.com and all this kind of thing, and I've always had this idea that internet, the early and just later internet, was the proof that people just want to get together and have fun. Because this is massively what you used to find at the time, as a normal user, right? As someone who just lurked here and there. If you didn't go for stuff that was, if you didn't voluntarily go and seek offensive or dangerous stuff, or controversial stuff, or hatred, or whatever, you just have fun with a lot of other people, and laugh on memes and stuff like that. And what I'm seeing is that the crypto culture is probably because there is a lot of people that are like much younger than us who want to bring that back. Maybe they don't know it, but they see that the web is toxic right now, and they just want to have fun because it's human nature. And there is like a lot of people like us too who miss that time when we just like would get together and talk shit about things and exchange memes, and it's yeah, this project like metaverse and including reality chain and all that, it's part of this, I guess, this culture of wanting to have something a little bit more relaxing, to access.
You see what happened with Animal Crossing, right? Like
Yeah.
30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and 18-year-olds, and 12-year-olds play Animal Crossing. And that's it's been a worldwide phenomenon only recently, but like previously it was already a big game. Became a worldwide phenomenon during like the pandemic era, starting with that, because we went fully online.
Yeah.
We were bored. I think when we're basically talking about like NFTs and crypto. This is the digitalization of the human race. The mixture of people who are extremely online and young, and people who are extremely online and old. And
Yeah, yeah.
those two cultures are not clashing per se. Like unlike like some online cultures are like totally clash between like the old and the young, left and the
Mm-mm.
right. But in crypto, everyone is for crypto, and it carries with it like a sense of like we're all in the same boat. Um,
Yeah.
it's- but ironically, it's because everything's player versus player. Everything's like there's no rules. It's no holds barred, right? So because there's no rules, the only people you can trust are people in your community. So even if you're the only similarity between you and John or Linda is that you have the same PFP, the same NFT.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
That's a sense of community that's stronger than like made up senses of communities that has happened before, because like that's the only way you can survive against scammers, against meth bots, or
Yeah,
against
yeah, yeah.
against yeah.
The thing is, and plus, when I hear you say that, I'm thinking, yeah, communities, and then I'm thinking, oh, but clanism. But then again, because everything is becoming so interchangeable and exchangeable in crypto, so like you don't have just one NFT.
Mm.
Like it's not possible. Even I have several, and I don't play with NFTs, but I happen to have like several from several projects. So
Mm.
it's not like your community is just your community. It's not insular. See what I mean? It's
Mm.
you're connected by other people to a lot of different communities, and you mingle together. Even from one chain to the other, there is a lot of connection, and this is something I really like in this community.
Yeah. I
I want to show you something.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, it's like Twitter outage forced users to yell at actual IRL people for a few hours.
Twitter outage. Yeah, I was using Myriad instead.
So you see now you can see that it's in funnies. That's cool.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Everything has become like such an angst, anxiety and anger machine. That is cool to see. Yeah, Animal Crossing multiplayer on phones with Wessies.
Well, yeah, you can say that. Like the way, of course, Animal Crossing is a masterpiece, right? If you ask anyone, it's a masterpiece. It took 8 years to develop, like the current iteration. They basically started developing the current game in 2012. The current game, the current iteration of the game, and
All right.
like ooh, a lot of research goes into Animal Crossing. So we don't claim to be as advanced, but we're cute. We're blockchain enabled, we're NFT enabled, and we believe like there's a niche for this kind of engine, that type of casual engine that anyone can use,
Mm.
that little phones can use, that people in like developing countries, less industrialized countries, can use.
But the thing that would make me more let's say engaged into Myriad Town, or let's say like reality chain 2D verse
Mhm.
than Animal Crossing, the fact that I can create my own stuff, and I can upload my own stuff, and I can own my own stuff. Because like Animal Crossing is very nice, but who produces the assets,
That
And
you can actually create new items
mm,
in Animal Crossing. It's
you
it's
can,
but only limited to 2D items. So posters, wallpapers, floors, carpets, mm,
yeah.
and clothing.
All right,
That's an enrolled editor.
clothing. You can do
Clothing.
clothing.
You can create like a shirt for your dress or pants.
I am buying a Switch.
Bye bye. Yo, like that thing is amazing. I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Is it
Mm.
apparent that I'm a fan? But yeah, I mean, they can't create like utility items though, and that's sort of like the cool thing about Second Life. And going back to Second Life, was that not just was, but like currently, and it started like years ago. They can attach animations within their objects. So if you buy an object, it can confer to you like a microphone. It can confer to your avatar an animation of singing, for example, which can be like totally different from an animation of like giving a speech, for example. And you can basically select from those. This is something we're trying to implement, but we're trying to NFTize it, basically make it an NFT. But the movement items, the avatar movements, the skeletal stuff, vectors, all within NFTs. That means that getting a new NFT expands the usage of your avatar. Like if it's a sword, like previously, the avatar does not know how to like cut something, but with a sword or a knife, that avatar would be able to cut something. So it's like expandability, composability, but translated into the metaverse. And I think that's why NFTs are important in this case, because no other digital item confers something like that in such an advanced manner. What is that? Skeleton based.
So inverse kinematics maybe. So now I wanted to touch into something a little bit technical, but I don't know the actual technical term for it. In 3D, it's inverse kinematics. I was looking for skeleton-based animation, and yeah, the thing is, characters on Myriad Town or Reality Chain, they use this skeleton model. All right, it's much more simple, than that, right? But what's really cool is you can stick any body part to any part of the skeleton, and this is why it makes it so customizable. And this is why later there's going to be custom animations and stuff like that, because it's just a matter of moving the skeleton around. You don't have to if you're scared of the work it takes to actually animate a sprite, animate your avatar, your character. It takes no work. You don't have to draw the full animation cycle. You just draw the parts, and the engine does the rest for you. And I find it super accessible, for creators.
So if you want to create something new, it's not just creating a new object, but you're creating an object with a new kind of utility. A motorbike can be like climbed onto and just driven around.
Yeah.
A rocking chair
can rock
and rock, like your avatar rocks with the chair. That's the vision of Reality Chain as an engine, and that vision carries over to Myriad.
Well, thank you for this very thorough presentation of Myriad Town. But I think, like, even if I were an outsider to the project, I would be interested in it for the sheer creative possibilities of it. Because I'm not a metaverse person, right? I'm gonna share my screen again because I want to show you something. I'm absolutely not a metaverse person by nature, right? I came in contact with metaverses because of you, actually, Pandu.
Oh, really?
But I like building, and I like the freeform aspect of things. So there is a game that's called Toribash. So I started with highly customizable stuff with this. Toribash is actually a turn-based fighting game, which it's absolutely it's dimensional. Like what you can do with this thing is absolutely awesome. This is animated like 10 frame per 10 frame. I need to optimize for video clips, right?
Go ahead.
Here. So these people do that, right? They do that 10 frame per 10 frame within the constraint of gravity. So there is a whole gravity engine in the game, and you animate the stuff yourself, 10 frame per 10 frame. This is parkour, but there is also fighting. And you see the decals, you see the paint, the painting the skin on the dude. So it's not like this. Like you can customize your own skins. You can customize your own head. You can customize your own game, make your own rule set. I made my own actually, and then I moved to something that's called Robocraft. Robocraft is the game I advise you to play if you are into any creative stuff, right?
I'm not a person, Danny. That's the thing. I know. Yeah, I just don't like shooting games. You know.
I know, but I played it. I played it not to shoot. I played it to build the robots. So all these robots are actually user built. This is not something that's in the game by default or whatever. These robots are user built.
Very
So you have a garage.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell, and this is the dimension I find in these new kind of user curated metaverses. You know, like you have very little constraints, and you do whatever you want with what you're with what you're given. And as a gamer, not as a metaverse person,
Hmm.
as a gamer, this is really cool. Like having the possibility to express myself, you know, through the game.
I agree. That's I'm not a gamer per se. I guess I am a gamer. I guess I am a gamer. It's just that I play like very different games. Like people usually play. You know what people usually play, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't play. Well, I'm a girl, so it's probably because of that. But like, I'm not very like I don't like pointing things towards my gender. I don't like to play the gender card. But like, yeah, I'm not interested in the violent games. But I really, 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 really like the kinds of games that are like life simulation games. Creating things. The Sims. I mean, like the Sims basically drive me insane. You know this, right? Like there was this moment of my life where the only reason I still have a Windows laptop is because of the Sims. And even then I yeah, now I rarely turn on the Windows laptop because like the Sims is a huge time waster. But it used to be like I used to like constantly play with the Sims. And actually going back to this, right? Going back to like all of these creations that are like user defined, whether it's art or movement or fighting games, or this is actually where NFTs should be focused on, because it enables the creators of the in-game assets who are the users of the
Yes.
Yeah. Imagine if what was
Yes.
it? Age of Kingdoms had NFTs.
right.
If you know Age of Kingdoms, yeah.
I don't know Age of Kingdom. Is it a mobile game?
It's not. It's an old strategy turn-based game where you build your own country.
You know what happens when we don't know things in here, yes?
It's not just items with the advent of like with not yet with the with the current state of AI, even with pattern recognition and all that, you can basically NFT your game strategy, like make your play style after like hundreds of hours of playing a certain game into an AI that you can sell to other players. And
Yeah.
that's
Age of Empires.
Yeah, Age of Empire. That's why I didn't
My
get
bad,
the.
my bad. Yeah, I forgot.
That's fine.
It's Age of Empires. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I mean, and this is actually why NFTs are fun. It's not because of just the art. The art is fine. Like the art is awesome. I like NFT art. I have an NFT painting on my wall. That's a painting that I bought as an NFT. I love art, right? But it's not just art. Like the thing about these things are like uh the way games are using NFTs. It's not as simple as just buying items and just making this another store.
Mm.
That's part of it, true. but there's other parts. People who are building should be able to sell what they built within the game. People who want to resell their games should be able to resell their games. The land that they have created or constructed should be able. Like, when I played Fallout 4, I had this amazing, amazing little island. Fallout 4 has like this one settlement that is an island, right? I customized the heck out of it. Looks like a town. Looks like another game. You come in, it's another game, right?
Nice.
There's no way I can basically monetize it. There's no way.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, and people go like I think what gives a bad reputation to NFT in games is because they go like pay to earn, play to earn. But yeah, the lapsus is
It's
actually
like that,
pretty.
right? It sounds
yeah.
like that, and you can actually do that. You can actually create NFTs that are just pay to earn, and I guess a lot of the gaming NFT projects are just doing that as a shortcut because it's easy.
Mm-mm.
But honestly, that's not the only, I guess, game in town, to coin a phrase. It's not the only game in town. Like there are other things as well, and I think the enabling of creation,
And what I actually don't like as argument for people who are against NFTs, right? You can give me a lot of technical arguments against NFTs in games, like what about the infrastructure? What about the integration? What about the this and that? Those are all interesting questions. Interoperability, whatever. But the most basic argument I always hear, and oh yeah, but I can right click on the JPEG and save as.
That's not the point, right? Like here's
Yeah.
the thing. Second Life has something that is very similar to NFTs, very, very similar to a point. You can own land, you can own items can have functionality and all that to a point. Once you stop paying for subscription, or if they think, oh, you're a bad person for any reason, whether you actually are a bad person, or if your politics differ or whatever, you can get kicked out. You can get kicked out of Animal Crossing for being rude or being too political.
Well, we actually stayed on topic today. We started with metaverse, and then we diverged a little bit on gaming, and then we went back to metaverse. So it makes everything I said in the beginning absolutely moot, and I was wrong, and I shall make amends. We'll see. We'll see how in the next episode. And until then, well, have a good rest of your day. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Pandu, and goodbye to everyone.
Bye, everyone.
All right. See you.
See you.